Welcome, everyone. I'm Martin Bliemel from the Faculty of Transdisciplinary Innovation. Quick show of hands, how many of you know the faculty exists? Good, all right. We've just celebrated our first birthday just last week, so hooray us. This is a research project done in collaboration with a visiting scholar from Milan around what is the entrepreneurial university. So we're asking, how do universities create value? What's the role in society? It's kind of a little bit of a navel-gazing exercise, but there's a lot of research behind it as well. Okay, so what do universities do? Basically, in collaboration with industry, in collaboration with the government, they're posited to create new things. So they create new graduates, they create new ideas, new theories, new technology, some of which can be commercialized, new insights, new ventures, new policies. Some of you might be familiar with the triple helix concept, which marries government, industry, and the university. However, that's often a very abstract concept that doesn't really tell us how exactly does this happen. So one example is through incubators and accelerators. Back in the dot-com days, these were popular. They've made a slight resurgence. So this is the latest data from our team looking at Australia's incubators and accelerators. And we're seeing this rise of independent accelerators, ones that are affiliated with the university and also ones supported by the university. So this is a thing. This is happening live today. And these are only one piece of the puzzle. It's a little pet project. I just joined UTS in July after 8 years of UNSW. And after 8 years of being there, I had a lot of emails in my inbox asking, who do I go to for startups, for commercialization, et cetera. So at some point I just said, great, here, I'll create this visual directory, put it out there, and make it more self-serve. And that's what this map was, to explain, okay, there aren't just incubators and accelerators, but there's an entire ecosystem that supports startups at universities. Looking from education and coursework and curricular development through experiential learning through to actual commercial application. And by the way, as of yesterday, we also have version 0.1 or 1.0 of UTS. Pardon the old logo. We'll come back to that. So entrepreneurial universities are more than that. They're more than just startups, more than just the students starting startups. So we did a keyword search of the last 10 years of the literature. There was a review 10 years ago, and we're extending that review. And we identified, through Web of Science, Scopus, and Google Scholar, 1,500 articles by 2,600 authors in 214 journals. We used the text and the titles, abstracts, and keyword lists to look at the semantic landscape of what the entrepreneurial university is. So in technical terms, this was lemmatization, co-word, co-occurrence analysis, and pathfinder analysis, focusing on the top 100 keywords. And that's what we got to. So let me talk you through this diagram. Nah, just kidding. All this shows that it's really actually a really complicated landscape. You can't just parcel off what universities do into little bits and pieces. All the different concepts actually talk to each other, at least in the literature. Whether it happens in practice depends on the university. So we got to this, which tells roughly the same story that, yeah, there's students, there's education, there's entrepreneurship, there's tech transfer, there's the industry. But again, just kidding. Another ugly diagram. What we did get to, and this is still a work in progress, is this network map. So these are the top 100 themes within the literature. And student startups, we saw, was just in the bottom corner. So supporting students towards entrepreneurship was only part of the picture. Immediately followed by education in entrepreneurship, but think of it in your discipline too, that's also the segment where the university prepares students for their careers. Then we also see research commercialization. So up until about 10 years ago, the literature's been dominated by technology transfer. So that's where this is the IP, the ideas, the technology for technology's sake. The commercialization of that often happens in collaboration with the industry sector. So I have to be aware of if I'm pointing to the left according to that screen or to the right according to that screen. So the triple helix abstract concepts tend to be up in that section as well. And lastly, a large role, which is sometimes overlooked, is what role does the university play in terms of its strategy, its vision, and its management, and its organization. So we're just scratching the surface on the literature review. We've done co-author analysis, and we're about to start field research beyond this as well. So this wouldn't be a good presentation unless there were a call to action at the end, and that is help build the UTS Start Rail map. So we're looking at two maps. One is just the student startup map. So if you're involved in any sort of startups, looking at you guys, Let me know about it. Let me know where your center, your course, et cetera, is on that map and who it's in collaboration with, but also help build out the StartRail Plus to figure out what are all the industry collaborations that are happening around this as well. So please email whatever details, insights you have around this as well. Thank you.